The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. And somewhere in the world, a Nicholas dies. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, a domain divided. I am, of course, the storyteller tonight, Shanky McStabber.
Hi, everyone. I am Mama McStabber, and Nicholas died because I said my husband, Shanky McStabber, was very sus. And I am playing Dr. Katerina Rakosi tonight of Clan Zamitzi.
I'm Jen of Thieves. I don't have quite the introduction that Mama does, but I am playing Sunday Booth of the Hakata.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ree, and I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
And hello, everyone. I'm Glaciate, and I'll be playing Xavier Desincao of the Clan Tremiere.
And when we were with the coterie last week, well, they went, aside from a Korax meeting them to tell them of the fall of Vlad, they went out to fuck with the Second Inquisition's operations. This is actually the first time this coterie has directly taken a hand against the Second Inquisition, which ups the ante a bit. But they were successful. They managed to hijack one of the Second Inquisition's trucks. They managed to get 2 badges from employees there, though I'm pretty sure the badges get noticed pretty damn quick. But they were successful. But as we open tonight, it's been a few days in which you all have all seen the news reports of, have you seen this man? And it is a picture of Vlad Tepes beside a truck. And he is wanted in connection with a medical truck hijacking in Kansas City. And the police have been looking for him to question him. So as we're opening up, Gwen, Rashad, and Sunday, you all have gathered at the coterie in the war room, waiting for Cat's on the way. And you're supposed to have another meeting for next steps on dealing with the Second Inquisition. So we're going to open up with Gwen, Rashad, and Sunday already there.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well this evening.
Not too bad. How are you?
Decent. I've learned some new interesting things from my library, so it's going fairly well.
What kind of things?
Rumors about what's in the Shadowlands, echoes of places. They are supports theories that the Library of Alexandria should be there, though not entirely sure if that's true. I would like to see it if it is.
In the Shadowlands.
If my cousin is to be believed.
That's kind of crazy. Did they just move it?
No, I think it's more likely it's a ghost of a location, a memory.
Oh. How you been, Gwen?
Busy, but good busy, I think. It's sad to see I missed all the fun. It's posted on every news site.
I didn't have anything to do with the truck.
I do hope that won't cause us any issues. I'm not exactly good with dealing with the media. I don't assume either of you are.
No. I mean, honestly, if I got the pictures of the rest of us, we didn't really look like us. So,
I don't think they did if I'm pretty sure they would have already been posted somewhere.
yeah, someone just had to be all big and strong and stop a truck with his body.
You don't sound happy about that.
I have no official opinion.
Unofficially?
Oh my God, so annoying. He's
They all
always
have
got to
their
brag.
showing off is something we do. I imagine once we're all old enough and strong enough, we'll do it at some point.
I don't feel compelled to show off like that.
You'd think his name would be enough to show off,
Well,
especially now.
well, I guess now he's not even going by a different name. So,
There
All,
is
all
there's
of
a
you
knock at the
here.
door to the hangout or to the penthouse area. There's a knock at the door
The
now.
war room is on the ground floor. Stop.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a knock on the door now. You know that they shouldn't even be able to get. Nobody should be able to get to the door without you being notified, because the door is behind like 3 other locked doors. But there is a knock on the door.
Well,
go over and
so I'm just
peek.
going to go.
Take a peek.
I will let Xavier describe the man at the door.
Oh, Xavier is a tall man of apparent Spanish descent. He is wearing some robes, and he appears to be having 3 or 4 different types of jewelry. Not much, but all of them seem to have a weird glow. He has a somewhat inhuman expression, but also he's standing there waiting.
Who are you?
Oh, hello. I am of the information. This is the place in which a coterie of enactors of cameral justice is located.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You haven't answered the question yet either.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Xavier de Sincao. I am of the clan Tremere.
Okay. Well, you're looking for justice?
Oh, no. I am actually a holder of a few insights and informations I hoped that I could contribute.
Please give me your intelligence politics rolls to see if you recognize that name.
Kat and Vlad have walked up the hallway and are approaching as he says this.
And Vlad, at hearing the name, just takes a step back a little and waits.
How did you get
Not
here?
reading my roll.
Oh, I do believe that I passed through this corridor and from the entrance.
Mm, how'd you find us?
Oh, I utilized a few of my agents to gather information about the people, and I received some more information than I expected. I surveyed around and I found about you and this place.
For Cat, that name to you, Cat, he was notorious in the Sabbat as being a
yeah,
a killer.
He ran the fucking Sabbat out of South America,
Yes.
certain areas. Yeah,
he is the Tremere of South America. For you, Rashad, you also know he died last year. His chantry was destroyed, and supposedly he died in it.
So I'm going to open the door now. I will open and offer him entrance.
You know this guy?
I've heard the rumors, though I was under the impression he was gone. Prominent
Oh.
member of the tower.
Thank you for the entrance. And Xavier enters. And he waits for everyone to gather before he says anything else.
And Vlad is the last one to enter, and he proceeds.
I'm just gonna cut. Cat's just gonna like look to Vlad, like you, like literally looking like you know who that is, right?
Vlad just kind of, when he gets in the room, he edges to the side so that he can not have his back to Xavier at all.
Yeah, Cat's kind of gonna do the same thing.
But he does nod. If Xavier looks his way, he will nod at Xavier and acknowledge him.
Xavier will do the same. And
What do we owe the honor of your appearance?
well, I come here as I felt some disturbances. Many are the projects I hold worldwide, but few are the signs that actually draw attention. I felt one a month ago, I would like to say, coming from this city. I arrived and then I tried my best to not draw attention as I am surveying the place. I got mixed results and information, but some of it was promising. And that led me to here, to you.
Well, this place is pretty weird.
Have
Indeed.
you let the HOA know of your presence?
They will be warned later tonight.
Warned.
Perhaps the proper word is made to know.
And Vlad goes, no, warned is probably a good way to put it.
Indeed.
You don't have visitors of this statute come to the city often, do you?
No.
I
I
don't know
feel
who
like I'm
this
missing
is.
something.
Yeah, me too. Anybody want to explain, or am I just gonna stand here looking real confused all night long?
I'm sorry. Miss Booth, is that right?
Yeah.
What would you like to know?
Why are they acting all weird?
Oh, that may be because I am of the higher part of the Tremere pyramid, one of the 7 of the council.
Congratulations.
And
He means he's one of the first Tremere.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Great. Is this city a magnet?
oh, what are you referring to?
I mean, clearly you see him here.
Oh,
And she like gestures to Dracula.
I can tell you, Lord Xavier is older than I am.
Mr. Tepesh, it is a pleasure to finally make acquaintance. Your fame precedes you,
As does yours.
but I am not here to boast. I am here because I felt the need to make myself act on the threat of the city.
Which one?
I do believe that the biggest pressing is the eldest. Oh, perhaps you might not know him by his name. The current name, I do believe, is the Simisi Antediluvian.
Well informed. Legends.
Sadly not well informed enough. I would like to ask all of you, as I have gathered this coterie acts in favor of the city. What is known about this being?
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and honestly say, given your age, you probably know more about him than we do.
About his history, not about his current standing.
We aren't fools. We aren't trying to actively engage him.
Indeed. That is why I also know very little. Actively engaging with a being of that power is dangerous. To your blood,
Aren't
to my blood, it's even more. As any enactions of power, of potence of blood, or any magic and rituals conducted by me draw the risk of drawing its attention way more.
It's the same issue I've had. Take direct action against the sleeper would be to encourage response.
He's already agitated and trying to wake.
Most alarming.
so you want us to be your pawns and gain information on him
No,
then?
I am here and an honest exchange. I am willing to offer you help, as little as I can give without drawing too much attention.
All right. So, what kind of help can you give?
I do happen to have a lot of knowledge, as well as limited resources in regards to blood sorcery. If I were free to do everything I could, I would. But that is indeed not what I can do right this moment.
So
Do
what
you know how?
could you... Go ahead, Rashad.
Do you know how to put something like that back to sleep?
I am actually looking into that. It's a tricky business to deal with something as powerful without exposing your own hand. For instance, now that I think about it, I should be able to hide all of you from it.
S- I'm having a hard time seeing why this isn't just trading one devil for another. I'll be honest with you.
Are you
Yeah, what do you
afraid?
want from all this then? You
Hmm,
can't just be being nice,
I am not being nice.
obviously.
Are any of you aware of the happenings of the turn of this last century?
Gonna have to be more specific.
It happened during the Knights of the Red Star. It is called, by current name, the Week of Nightmares.
I've heard things about it. I was around then.
As was I.
For any that is not well informed or wasn't around, it was the awakening of a being of similar power. It caused the whole of the clan Ravnos to frenzy around the whole world. It caused much destruction in the regions of India, Bangladesh, and part of China. It was not destroyed by any power any kindred possess. It was only contained by a cooperative effort of beings with fathomless power and a few bombs. I am
heard-
not.
I
I heard they brought the sun out in the middle of the night.
I have a few ideas of might have happened. But either way, I don't particularly like the proposition of having another week like that.
On that we can agree. I'm not sure what use we can be in preventing such a thing, in truth.
Really seemed like the best option was to do nothing.
One thing many an elder lack to see is the potential of the unseen, the lack of perception. All of you do not draw its attention, at least I assume, not without actively trying. All of you can act, research, make contacts, and it will not be awakened. Were I to walk in the streets without proper preparation, its awakening would be quick.
He is going to wake one way or another, unless something is done. The one who keeps him sleeping is losing.
Yes.
I assume a battle like that is not easy.
Think it would be better if this group it tells of what keeps him asleep for now. It is not my story to actually tell, and I only know pieces.
The prince of this city, although he doesn't call himself prince, he models his court like a homeowners association to protect the masquerade. Manuel is a Malkavian of a unique talent. Although relatively young, potent in that unique talent. And that talent allows him to subdue the eldest. But it is at great cost because he has a connection to the eldest to do so. And the eldest is very angry He does not like being restrained.
I do suppose. Very well. I came here and demanded you things. It is fair in trade and boon to hear what all of you would like.
You owe me nothing.
He nods.
Oh, knowledge, education, I suppose, on what you know of, not of this person, but of things that could be done to impede him. I would like to make sure such a thing doesn't happen in the future, assuming we survive long enough for there to be one.
The city is being a field test of sorts, of many theories. I happened to notice, utilizing scrying capacities, a few other actions of supernaturals that weren't war. I would like to know what is currently happening in the city in regards to the others supernatural.
We have allied with mages, werewolves, changelings, fae folk, and wraiths, because there is a Second Inquisition presence here that is run by a thin blood and has ties to a faction of the mages called the Technocracy.
From what we have learned, the eldest is messing with the ley lines. Not sure what his goal is. He seems to be within the Shadowlands.
He is definitely
Somehow.
using spirits to his advantage.
I see. That is concerning. Enacting control over the ley lines might be using codonism.
Absolutely, it is.
And also,
We found his resting place.
tell me more.
It's a very...
There's a place within the Shadowlands, a pocket, if you will. We did not go too far within since we did not want to risk any accidents, but others have attempted to do things and have not been successful.
It is also in this world, too. It straddles.
I would say even when the likes of us approach that area, we're affected. Nothing goes under the radar there.
And I was allowed.
Which reasoning was...
I'm Dr. Katerina Rakosi.
A name to the face. That might be why.
I know exactly why. I have been groomed since before I was turned. I know exactly why. And I'm trying to break that conditioning.
We understand. First, I would like to say that the reasoning is enactings of beings of such age as him are as far away from humanity as possible. And so, no matter what he ever tells you, all of you, it's unreliable. No break, no accord, no deal is ever acceptable. However, I am positively surprised. The actions that the city has taken, unifying different supernaturals, are of the correct approach. A problem so big is not easily dealt, and even as powerful as kindred can be, it has limits.
We could certainly introduce you to other supernaturals if you were interested.
I shall make myself known. I do not intend to intrude. I am not of this land. I know not the actions or the risks all of you are suffering. So my unruly intrusion might cause more problem. The last thing I would like to know is to act in an imperfect manner. This is not time to wave around whatever ego one might have. We are dealing with a bomb. And so we need precise actions and instruments.
Agreed.
I will abide by your request. Your name, Mr.?
Rashad Giovanni.
Mr. Giovanni. In exchange, I will offer you knowledge and my perspective to help. What is the rest of you, Coterie, would be willing to ask me?
Before I answer that, sorry, Sunday.
No, go ahead.
Before I answer that, what exactly do you plan to do with him once we find him?
It is impossible to say at this moment. Many are variants that I cannot account for. I do not understand under which conditions it is, or what can it do. I do not understand what actions may be able to yield results and which would cause terrible problems. I came to this place with an objective of putting it back to sleep. I need not, nor the kindred of this age need, another of this power walking.
So you don't plan on destroying him?
I don't believe I would be capable.
Did the other one actually get destroyed?
As someone with somewhat of experience of the matter, destruction is hardly a word that can be assigned to these blood gods.
Yes. So I don't think that's actually an option, period.
I'll be honest. My concern is that you're going to try and drink him.
I have seen my fair share of diablerie, of antediluvians. I do not seek that particular end.
Sorry, what is your fair share?
He looks at Sunday. Are you not familiar with the history of my clan?
Not really.
We are called the usurpers, the Tremere, as it was indeed an act of stealing that led us to vampirism. Our founder, in which the clan is named after, diablerized Saulot, an antediluvian who was the founder of the clan Salubre.
What did it get him?
Headaches, eventually his own destruction.
Gave him, well, gave Salute body, a new body. Eventually.
The illusion of power is the hardest to break. Power is not an endless wheel in which you can always obtain more. That is damnation.
Look, for me, you're willing to help put his butt firmly to sleep for as long as possible. That's all I ask, because that will save me from the fate I was basically born for.
Very well. The two others.
Gwen looks at Sunday.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how you offering to help us isn't already a favor. And if it's already a favor, then it kind of seems like a trap. And if it's a trap, then I'm wondering what you want from the rest of us actually.
I am willing to help, and I am willing to offer more in exchange of your risking your own unlives to act in the city.
I'll be honest. Lord, whatever. Just living here is kind of a risk all by itself. So, same.
And besides, me coming here is a boon that's already paid.
What does that mean?
It's a favor I'm doing.
For who?
Undisclosed parties that are also into not having destruction arrive at themselves.
That doesn't really narrow it down. No one wants to die.
Welcome to Gehenna. Everybody tries to fight it.
If the two of you are not in the mind to ask me anything at this moment, I am willing to wait for the price. I am not about to ask a coterie of neonates to do my work unpaid. Such is the ruling of the Camarilla.
I have ideas on what I'd like. I want to formulate it first, however. I think I'm reasonably skeptical about your motivations for getting us involved.
Allow
Especially
time.
if I was going to say, especially if you don't consider us pawns in your game when you're asking us to do your bidding.
Allow time to give yourself insight and perspective on my actions.
How should we contact you then?
That is easy. I will be setting up just outside the city. I will as soon as I finish. Deliver you the address. I sadly am not particular about the technologies of today. But if it helps, all of you said that you have problems with spirits. He reaches into his robes and takes out a little chime. This is a chime that will ring whenever a spiritual entity is nearby.
Well,
That's
thank
real
you
old
for
timey
the
seance.
It works. He offers it to whoever wants to take it.
Rashad will take it in both hands.
It is fragile. Take care of it.
Of course. You may be more knowledgeable on the subject, but there were rumors of a river of blood passing through the city at one point, the sewers. It hasn't been seen in some time, but I believe it may be connected to his feeding, but I would not hazard a guess when compared to the knowledge of the Tremere and blood sorcery.
There are many powers that can withdraw blood without realization of others. Many a path on thaumaturgy that could be utilized. I would need more specific research to understand what might be. But if I find an answer, I will give it to you. If for nothing else than suit Miss Sunday and Miss Gwen, all information you find about the eldest is to be relayed to me. If some other threat risks wakening it, I am to be made aware of it. That is my price.
Are you expecting another threat?
Many a threat can be found in unexpected places. That being is attuned to ways of perceiving that far exceed ours. Garou enacting their gifts, mages enacting their spells, even changelings. Us, of course, do not assume each and every single entity in the city is doing something that might awaken it. If so, that was the case, it would be awake already. But as inhabitants, I expect you to have a better discerning eye to what might be causing trouble.
He certainly doesn't like mages investigating his resting place. He destroyed 2 units of them.
Concerning.
Without waking.
We had an encounter when I summoned the soul of one such person. He is not happy.
And I am remembered that you said But he is utilizing the Shadowlands
Mhm.
ghosts, as well as one of you mentioned technocracy.
With the Second Inquisition. But it's possible he's influencing that too.
In the off chance he's not, they might also detect and try to enact some type of action that may be causing it to awaken.
True.
What's more, can you tell me about the Second Inquisition?
Well, they're collecting spirits to make basically what they consider spirit batteries.
They have a fucking cyborg.
Yeah, that too. They had two.
They had abominations.
No, that was the Sabat.
I mean, they're also testing, though.
They're trying
to mix that DNA.
they're trying to do cybernetic implants into werewolves. It's not going well from what we understand
Up until this point.
until this point.
The land has been corrupted by him.
Yes.
If they are living under it without proper protections, he has probably corrupted them in some way.
Enacting against Magi is not easy for us. That is, I assume, the grounds in which you corroborated an alliance with the Awakened.
More or less. I'm not sure if you are aware, but the blood seems to be wrong here as well. Embracing does not seem to work properly. They lose rationality.
Embracing.
Ghouling also seems to have an effect as well.
Those are blood rituals. I understand.
And you will find a lack of Tremere here.
That I felt.
There's only one that I know of.
Perhaps I will not make my presence known to this one specifically.
She's
Just
part
yet.
of the court.
It will be unavoidable then. I hope only that she will not catch the wrong idea to my presence here.
And that would be?
I am somewhat of a higher up. And so, the lack of a gentry, the corruption of the blood.
Ah.
What he doesn't tell you is the fact that there may only be a half dozen of the council remaining after the events in Vienna.
Yes, the pyramid fell. But so that also is not as much comforting to seeing an old face like mine.
I will take no
Mhm.
action against you or your interests. I know we have a history between our clans. Goes back a long time. For the sake of the one that sleeps, I will play no games until it is solved.
I do not plan on enacting any jihad or Gehenna inducing apartments in this city, so you have my word as well, Mr. Tabish.
Anywhere else?
You are a interesting one. No, I only miss ruling Venezuela. But that will sort itself. Very well.
There is another that is in this city.
Another?
I don't know who it is.
Tell me more.
Seems to work with the Abyss.
Hmm.
Really nice blue suit. But the hair is different. His is like clean cut.
I do not wear suits.
I can tell.
I am not acquainted.
Hmm.
If this figure passes by, I'll notify.
Appreciate it.
I did think of one other thing we have yet to tell you about what's going on in the city. The Daughters of Cacophony are here, and they've
Oh, yeah.
noticed problems with the music.
The Daughters of Cacophony.
They are banshees.
And they have a son of discord with them.
That is interesting. Did they ever tell you what is wrong with the music?
They've taken an interest into one of our members of our coterie that is not with us this evening. He had personal business to attend to. Toreador. Bo
Hmm.
Solomon.
Oh, I see. Very
I was under
well.
the impression that they don't know what's causing it, that they're just going with the music and trying to learn as they go.
The power of that specific bloodline is unpredictable. They work in different manners. No two daughters or sons are the same. Perhaps looking into that might offer some perspective, as all the other avenues seem to be influenced by the eldest.
Yeah, I believe he had the Xantosa bring him again.
As we continue our best efforts, do we speak with your voice on matters concerning the Camarilla?
No, Camarilla will not be called. Their archons and justicars would only bring more gunfight and destruction. They believe they solve everything with the power of their own blood. Drawing too much attention to this place at this time might be powerfully terrible at the same time. My hands are sadly tied to what I directly can do, and that is for the best.
Very well.
And about Xantosa,
Oh, she's dead now. But yeah, there's a story about the eldest that my family knows. My family left Romania trying to get away from machinations of that one. Settled in New York City. Queens. And the Santosas brought him over. He was under New York for a long fucking time. Worked into my grandmother. Got her to breed her revenant family until the appropriate one was born. And here I am. But I got away for 20
Indeed.
years. And then I get lured here. And guess who's here? And I dreamed of him as a ghoul, as a revenant.
Hmm. Many
Still dream of him.
machinations.
Now he's looking for me. He can't seem to find me. Because I've made certain choices that have broken the chain.
Very well.
But yeah, he's been using Xantosas as his logistics for a long time. He doesn't have that anymore. I took it away from him. And she looks to Vlad.
He also looks to Vlad. But then back at Katerina.
So whatever happens, it's going to happen here. He's not going to be able to escape. He's not going to be able to run away.
He is not. He doesn't have a body.
And that's what he wants. And that's why I was bred.
He has made choices in an attempt to perfect his form. He is little more than a blob. But he could not only take a new body, he could exist in both at once.
He already does.
Yes, he is linked to that Malkavian prince.
It's just not the right host.
That Malkavian apparently won't let him take control. I didn't think the Clan of the Moon had it in them. But they always surprise, no matter what you think of them.
It is foolish to expect from that clan either ill or well. They simply are.
Speaking of, if you're trying to avoid getting the Camarilla real involved in stuff, maybe don't get pulled over for speeding.
Oh, yeah, there's a Red Alistair posing as a cop right now. No telling what he'll be next week.
Oh. Is he a problem to all of you?
Not yet.
No, he seems to have gotten into that kind of through coercion or threats. Basically, he had some issues with his progeny that Lucinda really had a problem with. And so told him either he became one of hers or he died. Yeah. So he's one of hers, but he actually tries to help with giving us information. He's tied into the network. He's a Malkavian.
I will make sure to avoid
Yeah.
streets.
So yeah, but he goes by Twitch.
That is an identity I will not forget.
Yeah. So just wanted to make you aware of that if you're trying to keep a low profile.
Indeed.
He claims neutrality, but has meddled in shit for centuries.
Many are a claim like that.
If you got centuries, what else are you going to do?
Something productive is off the table to many, I assume.
Nobody said meddling's always unproductive.
Was this case productive?
He doesn't know when to shut up.
He
Very
tried to give
well.
us info. It didn't really help a lot, but he tried.
Such is the way. I do not want to cause any disturbances or harm us, all of you. Your actions have been quite satisfactory. And so, if no other subject is brought up to all of you, or if none of you has any other questions, I will take my leave.
That is one more thing. I once attempted to divine the future, and one such attempt revealed a vision of a cave holding up an impossible weight on 3 pillars. One of those pillars has since fallen. I believed it was involving the Sabbat, though I cannot say for certain. I'm not sure, but it is possible that there are others of your age representing the other 2.
Many conflicts are done by elders in a way to pass time, expend the centuries. But the blood ties in mysterious ways, and the powers are also mysterious in many ways. It's not impossible that whatever is carrying this big weight, whatever it is tied by ways not only of coincidence, but destiny, fate, as some call. If 2 of the weights fall, it might crush the third, or it might be able to carry it. The pieces might be there, but they might break. What do you think?
Cannot say for sure. My assumption is one of the pillars represents the ivory tower. The third may represent the mortal mages, though I know little about them. And the third may either represent something amongst the wraiths or the Sabbat. Not sure what significance obsidian may have. Perhaps you know more than I do.
I did have a past with a few Giovanni. It was not the most amicable. I hold you no ill will, however. Of them, I got some knowledge. I am not a specialist in the Shadowlands. I can, however, try and research it. It seems to be a topic of your interest. Very well.
Be honored.
If one of the pillars is mage and the other the Camarilla, it is important that they do not fall. I will see to have my workings to prevent that as much as I can. Is there anything else any of you would like to ask of me, tell me or request.
I'm good.
Not at the
Ladies?
moment, but I will be in touch once I figure out what my request is. Thank you for your kindness.
Good to
He
meet you.
nods. Very well. I will stay in the outside of the city. My location will be known. Do pass by if any of you would like to report. He gives a bow to all of you. He turns, he opens the door, and he closes the door behind him. And none of you can hear steps, but he's not there anymore.
Can he still hear us?
He could probably hear us from halfway across the city, should he choose to do so. If not, further. You don't understand the level of power one such as him holds. For all of what I can do, I would not go toe-to-toe with him. There is no shame in admitting that. It is a simple fact. As much as it pains me to say this, I believe you can trust him as far as you can trust any of our kind. He is here to repay a boon of some kind. I don't know whose boon, what boon. He won't leave until he's done his boon. I did not call him.
I believed he was dead. This isn't exciting.
Well, many thought I was dead multiple times. A death for our kind is grossly exaggerated.
It tends to be overstated.
People assume someone is dead when they don't see them for a while. That normally ends poorly.
He even said it himself. What does it really mean to be destroyed?
There is that. There are levels of power where even death holds no sway anymore. Rashad, of all people, should understand that.
Indeed. But it is different to understand and to see it.
I did not have him showing up on my bingo card, as it's called these days. He is correct about one thing. Those of his age and my age, were we to take direct actions against the eldest, that would wake him surer than anything else. I even agree that if the tower were to know what was going on here, they would send enough Justicars and Archons to
Level the place.
wake the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what he needs more of.
Exactly. Lambs to the slaughter.
When all you have is a hammer, everything becomes the nail.
Mhm.
He did offer to hide you from him. I would take him up on that offer.
I'll consider it.
I am just curious who sent him here. I'm sorry, I don't think it would be easy to get him out of
Venezuela.
his lands.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Because that's his land.
He
I
has been
understand
there
that.
a very, very long
No.
time.
He ran Sabat completely out of it. He is methodical, efficient, and he would give La Sombre a run for their money in ruthlessness.
He's one of the original 7. Close enough in power to not matter. He was there when the usurper became a clan.
Yeah. I don't understand all of Tremere politics. Those that were in the Sabbat were treated as bastard stepchildren, just barely above the panders. But literally, there was a counselor of like every continent. The Tremere Inner Council, the most
To South
powerful.
America.
Yeah.
Cannot speak to the warlocks, but their story is somewhat similar to the Giovanni's. So his strength should be, I don't know, comparable to that of our founder, or I guess ancestor, if it is true.
So, from a threat perspective, how afraid of him should we be right now?
If he wanted
Obviously,
you
the
dead,
dragon's the worst.
if he wanted you dead, you
You'd
would
already
have
be
never
dead.
seen him coming.
Mhm.
You would have been dead.
He wouldn't have been cordial.
The first you realized he had decided to eliminate you is when you died.
Mm-hmm. I believe truly the way he behaved this evening. He is here for this purpose he stated. He is happy to help us however he can, but he expects us to give him information.
Absolutely.
He expects us to be on the ground, doing things, seeing things, experiencing things that he cannot, at whatever risks that incurs for us. Is he dangerous? Absolutely. But in this case, no more than the city itself.
He does not want the eldest to wake. It is that simple.
It is.
I do not want the eldest to wake, so I will not oppose him.
I do not want the eldest to wake, so I'm going to be inclined to work with both of these guys.
It's more of a long-term question than a short-term question.
Oh, likely
Trying to-
once he's done what he's come here to do, he'll probably leave.
I doubt there would be much for a Tremere of his stature to stay here in Kansas City, of all places.
I don't know. Everyone's just showing up here.
That should tell you, as he mentioned, there is prophecy, there is destiny, and there is fate.
And there is an ancient sleeping under the ground. That's going to draw people like flies.
Power attracts power. I do not think you have to worry about him trying to eat the eldest. He, of all people, have seen what happens when you attempt to subsume that amount of power.
I guess that's all that's left is to ask for my favor then. What about you,
Yeah.
Sunday?
I don't know what I'm gonna ask for. I feel like I should, but I don't even know enough about him to guess what I might be able to ask for. So
Anything.
yeah, that's real, bro.
You have time, I think.
Hmm.
Well, we have to discuss our next steps to deal with this Second Inquisition problem.
Yeah.
They have plastered my face on the news as if that would hinder me in any way.
At least they got your good side.
Yeah. I have made it now a point to flip the bird to every security camera I pass.
Because that's so much more discreet.
Do you remember who I am? Discreet.
Discretion isn't really
This
his
man had
thing.
Bram Stoker write his biography.
And I sat and ate dinner in a field of impaled bodies to make a point. Discreet is not in my vocabulary. He won't catch me. I can taunt him all I wish. He will never catch me.
But pointing it out's a good way to rile you up.
Because we are not ready to go after him. It is a way for me to express my displeasure. That doesn't involve me hacking bodies to pieces.
And it's also a great distraction while we work on other ways to fuck with his shit.
Exactly. So let us plan a bit, shall we? And we're going to go to break right here as the coterie spend some time planning the next step. And thank you, Kai, for coming and playing this very, very old and powerful Tremere.
So good.
Yep. And we will
Thank you
see.
for having me.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here, and I'm sure you'll be back at some point.
Absolutely.
We will see everybody in about 10 minutes and 40 seconds, because if I don't get exact, Astral starts calling up weird shit at me. So it's 10 minutes, 40 seconds for the break music. Please enjoy. And welcome back, everybody. Wow, we had a hell of a before the break, didn't we? We got to meet a fourth generation Tremere, who was actually, look, for a Tremere, that wasn't sus at all. I'm just going to put it out there. For a Tremere, that was not sus. But as we open up the second half, plans were made to figure out what's going on with the Second Inquisition. But Kat and Sunday actually have to go meet with somebody at the gym. It's gym night. While Gwen and Rashad, we're going to get to them in a minute. We're going to be skipping between two different scenes at once just to work it out. But we're going to open up with Kat and Sunday on the way to the gym so that Kat can explain what to expect from this meeting.
All right. So I'm going to take you to meet Christabella. She goes by Bella. She is a Lasombra, but she's also part of the HOA. She's been one that has been in charge of kind of like recruitment and folks that wanted to defect from the Sabbat and join the tower, processing those and validating and that kind of shit. She's she has a gym, and she's the punchy sort.
Oh, that's fun. I
Yeah.
guess maybe she's had more free time lately.
Maybe.
What do we need her for?
She wants to talk with me because I think she wants to get an update on what the fuck's going on now that she's not fighting Sabbat.
She's bored.
Yeah.
Oh,
And a bored Lasombra is a dangerous thing. So let's go give her something to work on.
And you pull up in front of, it's a hole in the wall gym. It really is. And you're in a nice part of the town, but this gym, it's not exactly set up like it would attract a lot of people for regular stuff. It is Muay Thai, kickboxing,
Mm-hmm.
MMA training. It says right on the front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so fully expect there to be like a bunch of guys up in here, but she just she runs this joint. Okay.
Okay.
So we go in.
And as you go in, you come in, and yes, the place is packed with men, shirtless. There's 3 different rings that they're currently sparring in. Various people kicking bags, kicking the sand-filled targets, basically the ones at the sand-filled base, kickboxing, sparring pieces.
A lot of these guys actually know Kat.
Oh, yeah.
Her and Bella used to go out and hit the fucking
When you come in,
district.
a couple of them, yo, Kat,
Hey.
when you go get in the ring?
Please, like I got time for that. Where's Bella?
Oh, she's in the back there, probably beating the shit out of the fucking speed bag or something.
Like usual, right?
Oh, yeah, she's beating the shit out of something.
Yeah. All right. Try not to break anything. And she takes the Sunday down
And
back.
when you go towards the back, there's a woman. She's short. She's not very tall at all, though she is rather broad, but it's not fat. It's definitely muscle. She's got a mohawk down the center, black hair, wearing black tights with black gloves. There's a motif.
Mm-hmm.
And she is working that speed bag. She's got it going. And she don't even turn to look your way when she goes, hey, I heard him yell cat. There's only one cat that gets that greeting in here.
The one and only. You rang, Bella?
Yep. And she stops and she turns. That has to be Sunday.
That is Sunday. Sunday, meet Bella.
Hey, nice to meet you.
You know, if you want to come down here and train sometimes,
I mean, it does kind of remind me of home.
it's always open. I mean, we can get you beating the shit out of things in no time.
That is a good way to let off some steam, huh?
It is. It is. As long as you don't permanently injure anybody, that's my job. And they like it. Don't worry.
So you've been getting bored, Bella?
I wish. Do you know I've had to do a lot of checking on a number of fucking Nosferatu here lately?
Oh, really?
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I absolutely would. I called in a favor.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I've been wondering about that. When not just some new ones, by the way. There's been a number of them that have been here a while that have come over and said, "Look, they're
they're not." Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, yeah. Because me and my crew here, we took out the old man Nelson.
Yeah, that's what I figured when suddenly he's not in the news, and I've not been hearing about his charities as much lately.
Mm-hmm.
I even heard rumors about some sort of court case about takeovers of some of them.
Mm-hmm.
They fighting amongst themselves, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So the spot's pretty much done.
No, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's helpful in one area, but
Yeah. But yeah, so I called in a favor. Guy I know, we go way back. Nos hangs around Chicago mostly, but gets around. He was owed a number of favors, and he owed me some, and I called my favors in and told him to get me some reliable Nos in this city.
I mean, that makes sense. That would explain why some of them are coming from some of the oddest fucking places.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't even think Nos lived in Spokane, Washington.
I'm sure they live everywhere because you just don't see them.
Like fucking rats. And you can quote me on that one. So, what's your friend here do? Sunday, what do you do to keep busy?
Well, it's just kept me pretty busy so far.
I mean, you got to have a hobby. My hobby is beating the shit out of things.
Oh, it's kind of my hobby.
I think I'm
I
going to
don't
like
think
this
I
one.
do it as much as you do, though.
I mean, when you look like this, you got to put it to use.
Well, when you look
So-
like this, kind of same. Different application, I imagine.
I'm sure. Yeah, when you look like that, people get handsy and you have to break them once in a while.
Yeah.
See, me, they don't get handsy unless they're stupid.
Well, then
Or
they
drunk.
definitely deserve it.
And then I just beat the shit out of them, break a few bones, and send them on their way. Or I pull out the special toy. Kat knows what that one is. She's seen it used before.
Yeah.
What's the special toy?
It's a weapon.
It's a knife.
Mm-hmm. It's a weapon that does significant damage to our girl Bella here. And I tell her she's a fool for using it.
Is it worth it?
Decays the bodies it hits. Oh, it's great.
It also decays the hand that wields it.
Small price to pay.
Right. And literally catches a Lasombra.
Pain is just, weakness leaving the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And so now the Sabbat's gone. Second Inquisition's a problem.
I mean, I've heard rumors, but
Run by Grant Solomon, who's a thin blood.
okay, I do have to ask you about some of this shit. That report, I mean, we tried to suppress anything related to anything, around here.
Mhm.
Somehow somebody got past all of our people. How can I explain this? Why the fuck is somebody that looks like fucking Dracula being plastered all over the news?
Don't ask questions you don't really want the answers.
Oh no, I want the answer to this one.
Because Dracula is in town.
Kind
Think
of an
you'd wanna
all-star
go-
lineup these days.
You think he'd want to spar in the ring some?
I
Probably.
wouldn't do that because when he wins, he's going to want to fuck you.
And
What is it?
to the victor goes the spoil. If he can beat my ass, I mean, I think, he's earned it at least one night. What is it? You know how rare it is somebody can beat my ass one-on-one?
And it's Dracula.
That helps. Look, that's goth daddy number one right there.
It is.
Well, then I'm clearly the wrong one here. God Daddy number one. My bad.
Now, you got to teach her. You got to teach her. You got to step outside that
it's-
comfort zone.
Everyone has their own tastes. It's fine. Yes, but so yeah, that answers that question. Yeah. So
You just say that so fucking casually, though. Oh yeah, Dracula isn't.
oh, that's not the worst. The progenitor of my clan is sleeping under this city, Bella.
Ah, there we go.
This place is fucked.
I could have gone without that shit.
Well, you need to know for your own fucking survival.
Oh god damn it!
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to wake up. And there are
Yeah.
those working against that, trying to keep his ass asleep.
Girl, we need to work on your delivery.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I'm blunt.
It just seems you seem like the kind of person who likes to get it straight, right?
I mean, I do, but Dracula's in town. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way,
Yeah, by the way, an amorphous blob that created my clan is sleeping under the city.
I mean, that's how I found out about it.
we're gonna cut right here for a second. We're gonna flash over to Gwen and Rashad right here. Gwen and Rashad, you're gonna go and investigate the medical district. What is your plan?
Oh, do you want to be seen tonight, or do you want to stay hidden?
The answer is always hidden.
Well, you
For
can
me,
follow,
anyway.
and I'll. You can follow, and I'll walk around.
Are we looking for anything in particular?
No, just to keep an eye on changes, things that may be unusual.
Okay, you know I'm going to ask for wits awareness. You might as well roll that shit now. Let's get it out of the way.
Just about to do that.
Yep, so we know
Would
it's coming.
ambushes apply?
Sure, why not?
Concealed objects.
Sure, I'll give you that one too.
Surge. Ooh, that was bad. That was on.
That's a lot of dice to
Oh,
only have
darn it.
3
I didn't have my
successes.
+1 again.
So roll 1 die.
Oh, I don't need it.
No, you don't with a 10.
It's just one crit.
10 with a crit. Okay. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, I assume Gwen is using Unseen Passage.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Ghost in
And
the Machine kicks in automatically, of course.
the other one too.
Silence of Death.
Yeah.
Okay. But Rashad's just going to walk around, huh? So the first thing you're going to notice, the number of cameras in the area have definitely gone up. And unlike a lot of the places you've been to where the cameras are frequently vandalized, stolen, broken, knocked around, these have not been touched. And they're actually panning, sweeping back and forth, so they don't even watch one specific area. It's almost like somebody has redone their security a bit to make sure that there is no more blind spots in this area.
Do we both see that? Or
Yeah,
is that
both of you see that. For you,
Okay.
Gwen, you see a truck go by, and unlike the medical truck that this coterie hit during last session, this one is a sleeper cab. And because you have 10 successes, you can tell that there is numerous people in the back, in the back sleeper section of the truck. Their vehicles are now rolling deep with people. It is no longer a sole driver moving materials.
From the cameras, can we tell the rough quality? Are we talking high end, or what would be expected from like businesses in this area?
These are all 4K minimum cameras. Minimum. Some of them you don't recognize. Gwen, who has, the technology, Gwen doesn't recognize some of these cameras. They look like shit she's never seen before.
I would like to sense the unseen to see if there's anything unseen here as well.
Okay, go ahead. That's going to be
possible.
resolve all specs.
Goodness.
1, huh?
I'm going to reroll.
1 on 7 dice. That's impressive.
There we go.
Oh, you got 4. That's better. That's a good willpower right there. I would tell you, some of the cameras have a faint glow around them that they shouldn't.
Oh, Rashad will make sure to avoid going in the directions of those cameras if possible.
Yeah,
The-
Gwen's invisible and has. Do you point that out to Gwen, or do you say anything about that?
Yes, as walking, some of the cameras are supernatural. Stay close to me. I assume they'll be able to see you.
Are you are you acting stealthy and discreet, or are you just kind of trying to blend in? Because this indicates where Gwen goes.
He is walking kind of like a person who's off work, but kind of tired and doesn't want to go home either. So he's just kind of just walking around.
Okay, Gwen's gonna keep more to the shadows, probably.
Okay.
So she won't be right on you, but she'll be there. For the people in the truck, is it are they coming or going, I guess?
You've seen 2, 1 coming, 1 leaving. all of them with people on it.
Okay. Before Gwen goes to the shadows after that, Gwen's gonna point at the trucks to see like what you want to do.
He'll just watch the trucks for now, whenever he can. Not obviously, but if he can.
There's the funny thing. Before you had to get information on when trucks were coming. In this short time you've been there, you've already seen 5 different trucks. Only 2 of them Gwen noticed people in, though you can assume, Gwen, that if you saw them in 2, you'll see them in the rest of them, even if you didn't notice.
I guess Gwen's gonna look for the building that where the most activity is of them.
It's definite. The same building that's the medical supply place is where all of them end up going.
I would like to use where the shroud thins on that building.
Okay, so you're going to get in sight of it. Go ahead and roll your where the shroud thins. You have to roll for that, right? Pretty sure that one is one that has roll. Binding fetter doesn't require a roll, but where the shroud thin does. Yep, intelligence oblivion. 5. That's not bad. The shroud is definitely weak. Very weak over the building, but it's weak through this whole area.
There's been a lot of death here recently.
Gwen is gonna get as close as she can. So with that 10 with a crit, she's gonna get as close as she can to the building to see if she can just listen on any conversations, anything that's happening.
Well, because you have 10 with a crit, I'm going to tell you as you start getting near the building, you notice movement suddenly pop up above the building.
Okay.
Not 1, 2, or 3. You're pretty sure you just saw drones lifting off the roof.
And like in reaction to us?
They are heading your way.
Ah, shit. Why does this always happen to us, Rashad?
We're not very good at infiltration.
Speaking of the one who's just walking in plain sight, does it seem like they're going for one of us in particular, as in the one who's not hidden, or are they both?
Right now it's hard to tell because you've separated a bit from him. If you wait a few more seconds, I can tell you that.
She'll wait a few more seconds.
One of them seems to hover over you, but the other 2 are beelining towards Rashad.
Ah, fuck.
And since it's over you, I'm going to tell you this is not like any drones you normally are used to seeing. This isn't a predator because those things are fucking huge. But this thing has some sort of contraption under it that doesn't make sense to you.
Oh, she's not going anywhere near under it, though. Then she's Can I use like an insight or an investigation or a technology to try and figure out what that is?
Sure. Go ahead. Give me we'll go tech is a good one. I like that. Intelligence tech, you can go.
Okay.
Sure.
And I will surge again.
Yep, go ahead.
Where's my surge button? I keep clicking through it. Surge.
Does Rashad see this happening, or is he just?
You are not close enough to notice the drones yet because you only had 5 successes.
Oh, okay.
8 with a crit.
That's a messy crit.
Yeah, well, messy crit I don't think is... Okay, yeah, a messy crit. Actually, I am going to do a messy crit on this one. I want you to hit your frenzy button, please.
Okay, when I get a messy crit, though, I do get a benefit from my lore sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I'm getting penalized, I want that too. Bum, bum.
Okay, you passed your frenzy check. What would you like to ask me before I give you the... Actually, let me give you information first, and you can ask me after that.
Yeah.
You've heard rumors of some new technology that the Second Inquisition have been developing that can detect cameras that can tell if somebody's kindred or not. Straight based on the camera itself. And now you can ask your beast one question. This is Beast Communion for the viewers out there. It's a lore sheet under the One True Way.
So this is a clarification thing on what you said. Not what I want to ask my beast. So is the camera the thing underneath it, or is it just like the drone itself? Okay.
It's the
I want to make sure
the one underneath it. Yep.
Can it tell who I am with Ghost in the Machine?
Your guess is it wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
Because even though it does do a live feed, it's not an instantaneous. How those drones work would be it records and transmits because it records at the same time. So it's transmitting due to the delay, what it's recording, bandwidth limitations, all that good shit. So you think that you can fool it if it's remotely normal.
Then second question.
Okay.
And this is like more of a, given what we know of the SI, and we know that they like to do this remote communication, would it have been reasonable to bring a signal jammer? To at least try.
Sure. If you thought you might have brought one because you're a tech person, sure.
Yeah, she's going to try that to see if anything happens.
Give me intelligence technology roll.
Cool. And I'm still surged.
As you're guessing what frequency these are probably operating on and those kind of things. A 5, not bad. You gonna willpower that, or you gonna stick with it?
I'll willpower it. I need this to work.
6. The drone doesn't stop flying or anything like that. The two that were beelining for Rashad do go into hover mode. The one that was coming to you and is over you also goes into hover mode. But the moment they stop moving, you can hear a siren go off.
Oh, rip.
In the building. Rashad, you did hear the siren.
How long do I think that it'll... My question is, how long do I think the signal jammer will work? Like, I imagine they could probably fix it pretty quickly,
probably,
given who
yes.
they are. Okay. Yeah, the wind's gonna bolt.
You're just run for
also
it.
Gonna leave.
Okay, so you all are making a run for it.
Did we come here walking? Or
well, I'm sure you have a car somewhere nearby.
At some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you have a car because it's a long way to walk from your coteries domain to this area. Okay, that's a long damn walk. Sure, you have a car. So you all are bolting back for the cars. We're going to flash back to Kat and Sunday. Christabella looks over. I don't know a whole lot about your clan. Would that explain some weird shit in the shadows going on?
What sort of weird shit in the shadows?
How do I describe it? Well, first, there's a different flavor to the shadows.
Yeah, it's probably him.
But there's also, I can see in the dark.
Yeah.
But there's shadows I can't see through that I've noticed.
Yeah, that's probably him too. I've experienced something like that. Sunday, we remember when we were going to Nelson?
Yeah.
It was dark, like we could not see through it because Kat will literally flip on her eyes of the beast and be like, I can see in the dark too.
Yeah, it's really weird. I swear there's somebody in there.
Yeah.
But I even tried to step to him once because if you're going to spy on me that way, fuck you, I'm going to come step through your own shadow.
Don't do that.
I tried it, and the shadow wouldn't let me.
Yeah, don't do that.
Thank
don't do that.
goodness. Yeah.
Sweetie. Yeah. He's sleeping right now, but barely.
Those are my shadows.
Yeah, no, they're really not yours. You have some, yes, but there's some that are his because he's basically been around almost forever, and he's probably learned things that we would never learn. He's probably forgotten things that we will never learn. So literally, don't fuck with him. That is biting off more than you can chew.
And then tell the fucker to quit following me.
Following you?
I've been seeing him. I mean, well, it's not just me. Some of my people have said they've seen him too. They
With
can't.
a suit?
No, yeah, suit. Yeah, with a suit.
Okay, that's not the one sleeping. That's a different one. I don't know who that is. I'm trying to find that out.
Jesus Christ, how many are? Wait a minute. See?
Okay, okay, hang on. Bella, okay. You were smart. You stayed. You didn't go east.
Yup, you're damn right I did, and that's a fool's fucking errand.
Exactly. What was east?
Well, I don't know exactly, but I've heard rumors about, the Sabbat's vanguard getting eaten.
Yeah. So literally, things are being drawn here because power attracts power, right?
Yeah, you're not filling me with confidence tonight, Kat. I'm going to have to go in the ring and take on like 3 people at once just to feel better.
I'll call Dracula over. We'll tag team him.
Oh, I bet we will.
I mean, I was going to volunteer, but not if that's going to be the plan.
Oh, come on, Sunday. You'll enjoy it. Come get in the pile. We'll give him 3-on-1 odds, okay? All 3 of us can try to take him.
We might be able to get him.
We could try.
We could try.
But you got to put stakes on it to make it worth it, unfortunately.
But
Y'all
seriously,
do whatever staking y'all want. I want no part of that.
Seriously, though, Bella, try not to freak out. Because freaking out doesn't help.
It's not in me to freak out. It's just...
No, it totally is. You know this and I know this. I've seen you.
I'm not used to the shadows not letting me in.
I understand. Once I find out who the one in the blue suit is, I will immediately let you know because I think it's one of your clan.
Mm-hmm.
In a blue suit, not a black suit, a blue suit.
Really dark, like expensive blue suit. Really clean cut. I didn't get a good look at his features because they were hidden in shadow, right? But yeah.
In Kansas City.
Oh yeah, in an alley. Yeah.
In an alley in Kansas City in a nice suit.
In a very nice, I mean, like literally
know.
that looked like it came off an Italian runway.
Slumming.
Yeah. Scoping shit out.
Okay, at least I know I'm not going crazy.
You're not going crazy.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're not going crazy. So I don't know who that is, but as soon as I find out, I'll let you know. I got people looking into it. Yeah, so I called in the NOS. There's crazy shit going on here. Okay. Legit.
Understatement. Come on, Kat. Understatement.
Look, I'm far more fucked than you are, okay? So anyway,
Oh, maybe we can arrange better tonight.
I mean, live each night like it's your last, right?
It's done well so far, hasn't it?
Exactly. But seriously, and there are, Dracula's here. There are some elders that are around that are trying to work to keep the one that started my clan asleep. Because there is someone here subduing him that is losing.
I gotta make a roll for this. Hang on.
I'm not saying who.
I know.
Not allowed to.
Hang on. Okay. She doesn't ask. She didn't get enough rolls.
Okay.
That sucked for her roll. God damn. Fuck Lance. Or fuck Urini. I'm just saying, fuck Urini.
But understand that is the goal. But we also have an asshole of a motherfucking thin blood that's a fucking psychopath
Okay, and
running the Second Inquisition.
I mean, it's only a thin blood, then we can just.
No, dude's been souped up by fucking mages that are like sciencing magic. They called themselves the technocracy. They've got like a cyborg that shoots lasers from its shoulders that disintegrates things completely out of existence.
So you've got Bill Nye the Science thin blood out there, huh?
Yeah. He's got a hand that'll like shock the shit out of you.
I was gonna say Inspector Thin Blood, but okay.
Yeah, kind of like Inspector Gadget. But with literally psychopathy. I mean, the dude is a fucking madman. But like,
I mean, I don't mind madmen. At least you know they're committed.
right.
But
or they should be. But
but yeah, that don't sound good.
yeah. No. So what we have done as a group, we have allied ourselves as kindred with other supernaturals that are being impacted by the Second Inquisition, because all of us are impacted by it. We have werewolves that helped with Sabbat, but are also helping with the Second Inquisition now. Oh, the abomination is no more. It's been destroyed.
Oh, that's good. Have you told? Oh wait, I was going to ask if you told Manuel, but good luck if you can fucking find him.
I'm not so sure I want to find him just yet. I've informed Tanya.
Yeah, that's the only one I've been able to find in a month.
Yeah. So look, dude goes on his sabbatical.
When is old girl just going to take over? I mean, I know she's Kaitif and all, but
yeah,
it's a new city. She could just take it.
I know. But anyway, so we have werewolves that are helping. We also have mages that are not the technocrats. They're other mages that are helping. Because what's the best way to fight a mage? Throw another mage at it. But literally, and we have some changelings willing to assist as they can, and also race, because the Second Inquisition are literally taking race and creating spirit batteries out of them.
Okay, so antediluvian in town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fucking Dracula in town.
Oh yeah.
Spirit batteries. You're working with the werewolves.
Yeah.
The mages.
Bella, no offense to your political affiliation that you have chosen for yourself, but these motherfucking cam assholes ain't done shit.
No, they're fucking bunch of spineless cowards. I've told them that multiple times.
Yes, they absolutely are. The coterie here has been doing this shit. Hell, I even got a fucking coterie of younger folks and gave them fucking territory because they earned it.
Like I said,
nobody else is fucking doing shit.
Why isn't Tanya taking over? Because Manuel's not been cutting
it. It ain't just Manuel. There's a whole fucking HOA full of people that ain't doing shit.
We got a Gangrel on the HOA council, and he ain't done shit.
Done shit. Fucking coward.
And, I thought they were fighty.
Not a goddamn. We have a fucking Ventru sheriff. What's she been doing?
Oh, she's been busy playing media suppression. I know what she's been doing.
And that's great. That's great. But doesn't she have people that can do that? She's a Ventru.
She's supposed to. She's supposed to. Yeah, look, I've never been a big fan of rich bitches, you know? And money from money to money.
Look, I earned mine by getting a motherfucking education. But
she earned hers by her daddy climbing on her mama.
I know. But seriously though, if it wasn't for us, I'm telling you, Bella, the city would have already been torn apart.
I do thank you for the help, because if it was left to just me,
you couldn't have done it.
I couldn't have finished it by myself. I couldn't have
done it. And I appreciate you helping us with things that you could do. But seriously, what the fuck?
Oh, I trust me. I know. I question sometimes why I even stayed here, but to me, it would be too much like backing down from a fight for me to go anywhere. So I just said, fuck it. But tell you what, how I may not stay here too long after all this, because as you say, bunch of fucking cowards. I'll stick around long enough to help you beat the shit out of some thin blood assholes.
All right, appreciate it. But yeah, seriously. And if you can get after that, you fucking get, Bella. Save your fucking ass, all right? Because I don't know what's going to happen with the antediluvian, and I already know I'm fucked. Either way. So literally, get your ass on.
And she pulls from behind her now. Mind you, she's in tights. You should be able to see everything she has, but she pulls a blade out from behind her back. Sunday, it is, it's so black it absorbs light in the room. The room gets slightly darker when it comes out. And she holds up and goes, I wonder what Thin Bloods will think of this when I stick it in one.
Well, I look forward to finding out.
I bet you even a cyborg won't like this.
Be careful with the cyborg for real. And Dracula's got a personal vendetta against the cyborg, so he's going to be helping the mages with that.
You say Dracula so casually.
That is like, honestly, if before I got here, that would have been the weirdest sentence I ever heard in my life.
Yes, I say Dracula. Okay, would you rather me call him
Dracula's
Vlad?
got a beef
Because
with
we
the
are on
cyborgs.
first name basis. So would you like me to call him Vlad?
I mean, he is goth daddy. I mean,
yo.
and she gets a grin.
Yeah,
you know, I'm wondering.
You want me to call him?
Have we seen his impaling lately? Is he any good at it?
But I saw him stop a truck and not even flinch.
Oh, I'm talking about a different kind of impalement, though.
Oh, well. You want me to introduce you?
Oh, of course. If he can beat me fair and square in the ring, then I'll give him a treat.
He's been to the club, you know.
Oh, he has.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't introduce him to me, you bitch.
You weren't there that night.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can forgive you this time.
You weren't there that night. I was going to introduce you, but you weren't there. Instead, I had to deal with fucking Johnny. He wouldn't stop running his goddamn mouth, so I sat in front of his fucking face as he took me around.
I mean,
put his fucking mouth to work.
He's good at that.
But I know.
Man, you're just look. I think if Sunday turns any more shades of red, I didn't even think Kindred could blush.
Fine.
I've seen some things since I got here.
I'll arrange a meeting between you and Vlad.
Tell him bring his fighting tights. I mean, unless he really, he's old school. He might want to do it in a loincloth.
Not to bring his sword.
I'm interested in his sword, though.
It's really awesome. Oh, my God.
Oh, you're talking about a sword. Never mind.
A real sword. Yeah, it's really awesome.
That's a deal. Go ahead and let's do that.
Okay, I'll make arrangements, but yeah.
Sunday, at least you can watch.
Oh, I'm going to watch.
So Kat will step out of the room and call Vlad.
Okay, now we're going to flash back to Gwen and Rashad. You two are getting the hell out of there, right?
Yep.
As you're getting in your car and you're driving off, both Gwen and Rashad get a text. At the same exact time, both of your phones vibrate.
I will read the text. No, I won't read the text message, actually.
Is Gwen going to
read the text message? Gwen's going to read it.
The number's from unknown, and it just says leaving so soon.
Gwen's gonna chuck her phone out the window.
Smart move, actually.
Yeah.
Shad will also throw his phone away.
And as we've got Kat inviting Dracula over for a sparring match with Bella that will probably have everybody in the gym watching.
Oh no, Kat and Bella will tag team.
Gonna be 2-on-1.
Kat was serious. We can tag team.
I will leave out the results of that fight. We'll let the viewers imagine whether 2-on-1 they could beat Vlad Tepes. Gwen and Rashad have left the area. I think right here, though, is a good spot to end this episode. We've had a hell of an episode, everybody. We had a Methuselah Tremere show up. We've had some good info shared. Kat found out her efforts to bring Nosferatu are successful.
Yes. Thank fuck.
Gwen and
some information from vampires.
Yeah, Gwen and Rashad have found out, well, Gwen in particular has found out that Grant's upgraded his security.
There's a lot more activity, too.
He had a lot more activity. I'd like to thank my players, and I'd like to thank our special guest who was here tonight because he was awesome. Loved it. Tonight for XP, we're going for, let me roll a die here and see. Yep, 5 XP. I'm being generous this season, and I'm sure there's no reason why I would.
Shit's about to be fucked.
There's no reason why I'd be so generous. I'm sure it's fine. And thank you, viewers, for being out there. As always, everybody, please join us on our Discord. The cast of this show comes from the Discord. The cast of all of our shows come from this Discord. So if you join our Discord, you might get a chance to play with us. And when we're not streaming on Friday and Saturday nights, we do Zoom Hangouts where there's no paywall. You don't have to be part of anything funny or donate or subscribe or anything else. Mama and I go and hang out with the community in Zoom with whoever feels like hanging out. And we cover pretty much every subject under the sun, depending on what night you get there. And some nights we cover every subject under the sun in the same night because, it's just a good chance to hang out with everybody. Please pop over to our YouTube, catch our back episodes. That is where we store all the back episodes, not only of Kansas City, but of all of our content. And trust me, we've got a lot. We're up to almost 500 videos already on our channel. We stream way lots. But if you want to see some Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, you go to London Esoteric Society, where you can see our Keeper of Elysia. See, I've been playing too much Vampire. Our Keeper of Arcane Lore, Dr. Tiss, as she puts her players through some good Call of Cthulhu, spooky, cultish shit, because it's all a cult. Everything's a cult. If you want to let my brain hang on, my brain needs a sort. You want to catch some amazing content creators, check out our friends list. One of them right over here, Mischievous Red. You going to be streaming anytime soon?
I'm hoping to stream this weekend and kind of get back to it again. I've been planning. But when I do stream, I typically stream on Sundays at my channel, Mischievous Red. It's a lot of creative stuff. Maybe we'll get back into video games too. We shall see.
And if you're on our Discord, you'll get notified when she goes live. Rhea, you got anything? You got anything started yet?
Not yet. We have some stuff going on, but we'll be getting back to it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in June.
June, it's coming. And of course, Jen down there, she does DM Daddy RPG. Again, if you're on our Discord, you'll get notified when she goes live. But what you got going on there, Jen of Thieves?
Just wrapped up a Ghostbusters game last night. And I guess we're rolling into a World of Darkness summer because we've got a werewolf game ongoing on Sundays. At this point, it's like every other Sunday. It is what it is. But we've got a hunter game starting on the 7th, and then a vampire game starting later in May.
And I'm sorry I didn't get to hang out for the end of your stream last night. I had to go to bed before y'all were done.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. It ran a little late.
Yeah,
but they won. Good job, guys.
Yeah, as it worked. Now, our series finales always seem to take longer than you expect, for sure. And you can also, if you want to see our werewolf storyteller and our storyteller for Chicago Hidden City, pop over to Junie Von Esch's channel. Again, if you're on our Discord, any of our friends on this list, you get notified when they go live. Pop over to Junie's channel. You can participate in her Stitching Bitch, where she's doing crafts and just being Junie. You can get some Chicago insights, trust me, and some Chicago attitude, which is awesome. And if you want to catch our Rurik Rakosi on this stream, he's also our mage storyteller, and actually he's in every single Wednesday night stream we have. You can pop over to Ravnos Archon's channel, where he does, there's a vampire game he does, where he alternates between Camarilla and Anarchs, a 7th Sea game, a Wild West werewolf game. I'm pretty sure he still does his old gods too. And he a Scion game, I think I saw this week too. I didn't get to watch that one, but he does a Scion game too. So you should pop over to Ravnos Archon's channel. If you want to get some studio merch, go to our merch store over in Zazzle. Make sure you log in so you can get the adult shit, because Cat's to-do list, it's still not checked Dracula.
Nope, sure hasn't.
I mean, so we don't know. But there's also camp counselor for Wish a Motherfucker Would. I think there's a number of people in this stream that would be a member of that camp.
Absolutely.
And would want to be counselors in it. So yeah, check that out. If you want to support the players, everybody, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to give back to the players. Look, we're not doing this to make money. I post up every year the money situation in the studio. Trust me, we all lose money, but it's a way for you to give to the players something, just, to show thanks. If you want to support the studio, subscribe on Twitch. If you've got Prime, you can do it for free. If you're not already using your Prime, it gets rid of the ads. That's nice. But you can also pop over to our KoFi. They don't take half like Twitch does. Or look, tariffs are going every which way. The economy's fucked. Stock market's fucked. Everything's fucked. So I understand money's tight. Don't spend it here if it's tight for you. Pop over to our YouTube channel, like a video, comment on a video, subscribe to the channel. That's free.
Like and comment on videos you're
That's right.
watching. Doing both pleases the algorithm gods.
That's right. And,
We've reached 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, we have.
and, last year we made just over $300 off our YouTube ads. Maybe this year we could make 400. Ooh. A whole extra, not even $100 is less than that, because, we made just over 300. So, we're not getting rich doing this.
But
Trust
we
me.
appreciate all y'all that watch and engage with our content there.
We do.
Here on Twitch. So thank you.
And we never will sublock or content lock anything behind a paywall. We don't believe in doing that. We tell the stories because we want to share, not because we want to charge people to be part of it. That's just not the way we are. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for the schedule.
All right. So thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Call of Cthulhu, London Esoteric Society. You can see that sus guy, you're any, not your Audi, who plays Grant Solomon in this stream, doing all the sus things with his fellow investigators in 1907 London and surrounding environs. They are doing all the things that lead to them learning that Cthulhu mythos, which is insanity-inducing, y'all. It's fun. Check it out, 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And then, of course, we have a double feature at 8 p.m. Eastern. Junie Von Esch is here. I'll be at that table. And our guest tonight, Kai, is going to be at that table as well for Chicago Hidden City. That is a Vampire the Masquerade V5 game set in 2010 in Chicago. So join us for that. And then Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are back with Mage, Ravnos Archon, running Magic City Memoirs. I always fuck up the title of that. I don't know why it stumbles me, but Magic City Memoirs. We are in our first season of that, just past the midway point. We are getting closer to the end, y'all. Closer to the end of the first season of that. And it's been a great story so far. Intense.
There's been some heavy shit.
Last session was intense. Yeah. So we'll see how things go on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us. And of course, we'll be back here with the next session of Kansas City, A Domain Divided on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh, things are picking up in Kansas City, aren't they?
The heat is on.
Yep. For those that are on our Discord, remember the prophecies that were spoken. The trio will come. I'm just pointing that out for no reason at all. No particular reason. And as always, everybody, as we end these streams, I want to tell you mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take your mental health seriously. Take the mental health of others seriously. Check in on those around you. Make sure they're okay. Because a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people, are not okay. Shit's rough right now. And they just need somebody to be a kind voice, a word, to reach out, to help them out. And if you suffer from mental health issues, I want you to reach out to those around you. Don't suffer in silence. Please, it's not worth it. And I know a lot of people don't feel they can share with the others, with those around them, because they feel it might be a burden. First of all, you're not a burden, but I understand you might feel that way. So in chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be somebody on the other end of the line. And if you're in crisis, please contact one of those numbers. And I know not everybody who watches this is in the US, or for people who are not, or for people who watch this on YouTube, or if you're not at your computer when you need to call one of these numbers, go to findahelpline.com. You can get the numbers that for your country and find out your support lines. Mental health is health, people, and I want you to take care of yourself. Please. As somebody who suffers from mental health issues, please. And now I can turn it over to Mama so that she can be sunshines and rainbows, not really, and give her final thoughts.
I'm the kindest mean nurse you're ever going to know.
And Timberbread was the meanest kind nurse you'll ever know.
So thank you, everyone. And do take care of your mental well-being. The mind and the body work together, y'all. I'm Mom McStabber. I'm a registered nurse, and I'm going to tell you that it is very important to take care of your mental well-being, because as that goes, so does the body, because you don't take care of yourself when you're not mentally well. Okay? And please take care of your physical body too, because as that goes, the mental starts going with it. You become more depressed, more anxious, things like that, as the body starts having issues. So please take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. And please, please, for the love of all things, get fucking vaccinated. And if you are a parent, vaccinate your fucking kids. It is your responsibility to protect your children. And that includes from preventable illnesses through vaccination. There's absolutely no reason we should be staring down the barrel of an unprecedented measles outbreak over the next decade. That's what projections show.
I mean, it's getting close already.
We are going to see numbers of measles cases that we have not seen ever, if it continues in the trends that we have seen with people not vaccinating and not vaccinating their kids.
And vaccines do not give you fucking autism.
No, they don't. That's eugenics, y'all. Yeah.
My advice is not to take medical advice from somebody who eats roadkill and has a dead worm in his brain that died from starvation.
And uses drugs.
Yeah, okay. And was a heroin addict. Yeah. Look, I can, everyone has problems. Sometimes it leads to drugs. But man who eats roadkill and has a brain worm that he killed from starvation.
He's not a medical expert, y'all.
It's not a medical expert.
No, he has no training in medicine. None. Not a bit. Not a bit. So yeah, I trust that they are going to try to make it seem like vaccines cause things like autism to get them basically unlisted. That's the goal. They want people to die. They really do. Because support services for people with needs, disabilities, things like that, cost money. So they want people to die. They've taken out women's healthcare studies from NIH.
Good news on that. I heard that they claim they're going to reinstate that after everyone threw a fit.
I bet. Because they literally removed programs that have been studying women's health effects for decades because women have been statistically underrepresented in healthcare studies, y'all. Like there's a reason colposcopies are done without any sedation. Because supposedly they don't hurt. Well, a man's never had one, so they wouldn't know if it hurts or not. Anyway, I'm going to get off that soapbox. Just going to let you know, if you basically supported this fascist fucking eugenicist goddamn oligarchy ridiculous fucking regime, blood is on your hands because they literally want to murder people. They
Or
really
just ship you out of country with no due process, which due process covers everybody.
in a concentration camp because that's exactly what that place is.
Due process applies to everybody in this country, everyone, not just citizens. We are fundamentally built around the concept of due process.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's literally blood's on your hands if you supported this by voting for it, by voting third party, because in America, there is a self-perpetuating bipartisan system. Third party never has a fucking hope in hell. And literally abstaining because more people abstained than fucking voted. If you did one of those three things, fucking go to hell. But for the rest of us, fascism always loses, y'all. It always does. You're seeing steps towards that already with them having to backtrack and change things that they're trying to push forward because it's illegal. It's literally not acceptable. People are fighting back, but you have to create good trouble. You have to express yourself to your elected representatives. Give them fucking hell. Make them and their staffers have horrible fucking days because all they're getting is complaints from their constituents. That's their job. To listen to their constituents and vote accordingly. Give them hell. Protest, please, but do so safely. Please be aware of what is going on in your community. If there's fucking ICE around, taking people off the goddamn streets, please be careful. Protect each other, help each other, support each other. That is how we get through this. Fascism always loses, but it is a rough ride to the other side.
Yes, it is.
Said with all sincerity, y'all have a good night.
And thank you for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time. Good night.